Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about Wandavision. I know I'm late to the party as the show finished a long time ago, but I have so many things to say about it. Also, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is currently streaming, and what do I think of it so far? Well, yes, but actually no. You'll find out what that means when the show finishes and I review it. Anyways, let's talk about WandaVision. WandaVision kicks off with, well, Wanda and Vision living idealistic lives together in the style of a 1930s sitcom, but not all is as it seems, as with each episode the show changes into different years of sitcoms. It's a neat idea if I'm honest. Things get more wild with each episode. Wanda randomly gives birth to two twins who grow up in a matter of seconds, and we hear people trying to contact her through different various methods. Eventually, we learn that Wanda has gone a little bit crazy and has enslaved a whole town to do her bidding and act out her own imaginary world. We also learn that she took Vision's body from a place called Sword, and they just so happened to be investigating the town and trying to contact Wanda and save the residents. Also, generic evil boss guy wants to get Vision's body back and do some evil stuff with it. To be honest, this is a really interesting and mysterious premise, which made me want to figure out the plot as it goes along. But eventually the show comes falling down in the last few episodes, when we find out that Resident Agnes actually isn't under Wanda's control and is secretly a witch named Agatha Harkness. Wow, who would have guessed? Anyways, she wants to take Wanda's magic or something, I don't know. So, in the end, Wanda manages to defeat Agatha, but not without sacrificing her made-up life, and according to this Monica Rambeau lady, Wanda is sacrificing so much. But not really, considering she enslaved a bunch of people against their will to do her bidding. So yeah, that's basically the plot of WandaVision. I didn't want to go into too much depth as the show is so hard to explain with all the crazy magic stuff going on, so I recommend you just watch it for yourself as I haven't explained it entirely well. Anyways, what do I think of it? Well, I want to start off by talking about some of the things I liked, and trust me, there are loads of great things about this show. One of the best parts is the excellent acting from our two main characters. It's been great to see Wanda and Vision on the screen again, and they are some of my favourite characters in the MCU. Like I said earlier, the story is intriguing and has so many interesting ideas, but that does ultimately go to waste in the final. But I do love the mystery elements of the show, and it really does leave you wanting to know more. There's also some great emotional moments from the main stars. I also like how the show is vastly different from most of the MCU movies. It starts off as a fun and weird sitcom style show, which I enjoyed at first. However, as the show starts to venture away from the simple sitcom elements, I find that's where it begins to fall apart, especially with characters outside of the sitcom. I found the Monica lady really annoying, along with her wacky squad. So, WandaVision does have some great things about it, but it also has a ton of stuff I don't really like. Like I was saying, I found Monica and her team to be really annoying characters. She seems to ignore commands and orders from people higher up than her, and just thinks that she could take things into her own hands and try to solve this big event on her own. Kinda reminds me of another character. I also found it kinda stupid how a big ass truck couldn't even drive through the barrier, but she can just waltz on into Wanda's dream world, even getting powers along the way. Like I also said earlier, Wanda kinda just enslaves an entire town against their will, just because she misses her old life. Which is fine, but these people have their own families and lives as well, and they seem to be in a lot of pain. So it makes me think that she isn't really the good guy in this story. Then the Monica lady just straight up says that Wanda sacrificed so much to save these people. Seriously? If Wanda has all these crazy powers, can't she just go out to some empty place and create her own world to live in without harming anyone? I also found Agatha to be a really lame villain. She was definitely introduced way too late, and by the time she arrived, the show already felt crammed with so much going on. This kinda just took things too far, and I was just lost with all the crazy stuff that was happening. I also kinda started to agree with what the generic evil boss guy was doing. He just wanted to save the town, but we had the annoying Monica lady just ignoring everything he says and calling him evil and stuff. Yeah, sure. What we wanted to do with Vision was pretty evil, but honestly I found him to be one of the few likable characters in the show. However, my biggest problem has to be with the final episode. The show spent so much time setting up an interesting premise and leaving clues all over the place. However, it all begins to fall apart in the final. They tried to explain everything in one episode and it just became a confusing mess. I would rather have them include less stuff and have a more simplistic season so that everything runs smoothly. The final also ends up becoming a basic Marvel CGI fighting, which is fun, and I must say that the action and effects are just as good as the movies. I also kind of found it stupid how no one ever thought to call the Avengers or some other superheroes like Doctor Strange to deal with Wanda, as they are her friends and she can trust them more than Sword. But hey, I guess we needed a TV show to happen. I also wanted to talk really quick about some of the theories people were making. I may make an in-depth video about this later on. However, I was seeing some of the stupidest theories imaginable. I think people got their hopes up way too much. Everyone was expecting this Mephisto devil guy or some other big character to appear. I know some people did this for clicks and views and I sound triggered, but I felt just like saying that. WandaVision was an interesting show. There was stuff I liked and stuff I disliked. Most of the acting was wonderful, the first few episodes of the show were really great, but it started to fall apart towards the end. Some characters were annoying and I found that the plot got kinda crammed and confusing. But overall, it's an okay addition to the MCU, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the future. Overall, I'll give this show a 6 out of 10. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and remember to subscribe and share your thoughts on the show in the comments below. Stay tuned for my future projects and enjoy your day.